Good morning, Pisces. Good morning, DreamWeavers. I have the cards all set up here and we're going to get right into it. I've already asked Spirit and our higher beings to come in and bring in this beautiful message for you this morning. So let's go, Pisces. So today we're going to talk about money. And before we get into this reading here, I've already pulled the cards just because it makes it easier to get started if I meditate and pull the cards ahead of time. All right. So I want to talk about money and how money, you know, we always say that money is an energetic exchange, right? Like money is energy. And you can't receive your abundance until you learn how to manage the energies. That's why we do all the shadow work, right? Because these energetic portals open up. When we open up these energetic portals, we open up to all types of energies. So not just we have to know how to cleanse our energy, we have to know how to reclaim our own energy, we have to know how to shut out the energies that we don't want, right? And at the end of the day, you start to realize, you know, as you start to ascend, as you start to do your own energetic work, your own shadow work, you start to realize that all this cleansing and all these issues, a lot of issues that you have in your life are not, yeah, other people have done things, but they've been about you learning to manage your energy. Right? Because once you master that, managing your energy, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It doesn't matter what anybody else does, because you can bring that energy in if you choose, or you know how to shut it out. And I'm loving that today because the first card for you was the Queen of Swords, and I'm like, hell yeah. Like, you've mastered it. You've mastered the art of cutting the crap out, right? And so the other thing I wanted to talk about was just gifts or energies, right? Like the same thing with gifts from people. So when people give you gifts, that's why they tell you sometimes, be careful who you receive gifts from, be careful who you let in your space, who you let in your house, what kind of energy are they bringing in, right? And this can be really difficult when it comes to family and things like that, right? But then how do you cleanse your energy? How do you make sure that if you feel like they are bringing negative energy for whatever reason, because people are also carrying energy from other people that they're carrying with them that they may not even realize, right? Because remember, there was a time when you didn't realize it either. You knew that you could feel everybody's energy, but you didn't realize how much of that energy that you were carrying around with you. And as you become more enlightened, as you do the shadow work, you learn how to separate your energy from that of others. So I'm gonna go back to money because, you know, it's really interesting to me because money carries both positive and negative energy. So you have the ability, like, I'm trying to think of an example. So an example would be like, let's talk about money laundering for a minute, right? So if somebody's laundering money, why do people launder money? Because they realize that the money they brought in is connected to something negative. It's connected to a negative energy, and they feel like if they launder it and they can make it look pretty and they can make it look better and you can make it, and then, you know, but the truth of the matter is that money always carries, or maybe they can exchange it for money that has more positive energy to it, or maybe more neutral energy, right? And so that's the reason for laundering money. But the thing is that money always has negative energy. It's like when you steal money, if you steal money from someone, that money has negative energy. No good will come from that. There's no good that can come from that. And so once you start to realize that money is just energy, you start to realize that you need boundaries with even money. Like, and so you've done the hard work already, right? You have to do the hard work, and you start to set boundaries with people, places, and places around you. And then once you're able to do that, you start to realize that the money also, not all money is good money. Not all money is money that you should receive. Not all, and not just that, but give me 1 second here. If you don't have those energetic boundaries in place with the money, right, you could end up losing it all. So let's use this for an example. Like, you ever seen someone who has, like, who won the lottery, right? And then all of a sudden everything changes. Like, they become a completely different person, right? And then they lose all their money, or they kind of go down the tubes. Why does that happen? It's because those people, most likely because those people did not have energetic boundaries. They didn't have boundaries between not just themselves and money, with themselves and other people. And so spirit a lot of times will not allow you, when you are chosen, when you are when spirit wants to set a table for you, that's why he doesn't set it in the presence of your enemies. If you choose to keep your enemies around, he's not going to set that table, because he realizes that there will be, when that abundance comes in, it will be used to either energetically destroy you, or use for bad, to destroy other things, right? And you won't realize what's happening. You know, a lot of people make a lot of money, and then all of a sudden they're having like huge parties, flashy parties, spending money on a lot of things that they don't even need, because they have friends that want to party, and they you know, they're kind of showing off. And what does this do? How does doing that serve? How does that serve anything? How does that serve anyone? It serves in the moment, but for what? Right? And so those people develop codependent relationships with you, and then there's this expectation, negativity. It's all that, this is all negativity, and then you're right back to other scenarios. It's just like, you have these scenarios in your life that have been causing you trouble. Now you just have money to increase or multiply those bad scenarios. So a lot of times, until you get those scenarios in your life under control, the money will be held off, and it will not come in. And that's why you see, whenever, a lot of times, like, you know, when people start to tap in to their spiritual abundance, it's because they've done that energetic work. People understand that. You will see a lot of people who have tapped into that type of abundance, that they will get the things that they want. It's not that they don't have nice things, right? There's nothing wrong with having nice things, but how many nice things do you need? You know, how many cars do you need? Do you have a limit, right? Like, if you're just one person, do you need more than 3 cars or more than 2 cars, right? Do you have a limit to what you need before, you know, some of that money goes, you use some of that money and some of that energy to help someone else, you know, as needed, as determined between you and your spirit team, but still to help someone else. And I love this because, you know, when I talk, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about family here before we continue into this reading, because family, friends, and things like that, exchanging gifts. The one other thing that I wrote here that I wanted to talk to you about, the other download I had, was that, you know, when have you ever exchanged gifts with someone, and you notice, like, you're doing gift exchange. Let's say it's for birth, let's say holidays, right? Holiday gifts exchange. Holidays come around, you gift exchange. And then you notice, like, maybe the person's trying to one up you, and they're not, the gifts that you give them, like, they're never using them. This is you tapping into that energetic exchange, right? If the energetic exchange is has strings attached, there should never be strings attached to an energetic exchange. Energetic exchange should be fair, yes, but I cannot give you something and then later have this expectation, right? Like, lingering, there's this lingering expectation that I'm gonna give you that, but like down the road I'm gonna come and I'm gonna ask you, I have something that I want, so I'm going to give this now to you, but it's coming with that attachment that there's an expectation down the road. And I think that's that once you tap into your own energy, these are all things that you can feel out for yourself. 11:11 on the clock, as I say that, I'm telling you. So many of you have tapped into this energy, and if not, you know, if you're tapping in, so make sure that you're doing your energy work every day to set those boundaries, right? Call back your energy every day. Call back energy, like, from people that are taking, be like, hey, I call it back. Setting the boundaries with, and saying, no, I can't do this right now. Saying, and also, and also just being able to close out at the end of the evening before you go to bed, right? And to close out any portals that have been opened, because you know what, like, you run into people all day long. We need to cleanse that energy off. When you get to your house, and especially, you go into the office, you're working, you're in the grocery store, you're wherever, and you're around people, we need to cleanse that energy off of us before we get in our bed at night, or else you're carrying all of that. And because you've made a connection with spirit that is open, right? So, and you want to make sure that you're only allowing, positivity and higher beings into your light. And that if you feel like something's wrong, you close that, you know how to close it down, close that portal down. And that's why not everybody is able. There's a sense, and I don't know, there's a sense, there's a sight, there's a, that's why you have, like, your third eye, and your crown chakra opens up so that you can see these things. And it's a feeling. There's a feeling, right, that goes with that allows you to know when you need to close the portal or open the portal, when it's okay to open the portal, right? And who it's okay to open the portal to. And we can't forget that people are, because you might look at someone. This is why, as Pisces, we've probably gotten into trouble in the past, right? Because you look at someone, you see their potential, and you're like, oh my gosh, I see them. But they're carrying around a lot of energy from other people. So as much as you see them, until they decide to release the energy that they've been carrying, there's nothing you can do. Do you want to pick up that energy? Probably not. They have to do the clearing for themselves. I'm gonna pull one from my DreamWeavers deck for you. I haven't done that in a while. We'll just pull one. But yeah, first card for you out was Queen of Swords. Are you kidding me? You guys have mastered that. Like, you're not playing around with people. And then the Empress. You see that, right? The Empress, the Nine of Cups, and then the Page of Swords. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Listen, guys, this is This is all your energy on the table. That's all I have to say so far, okay? The Mystic. Embrace your natural connection to spirit. Oh yeah, and 9 plus 3 is 11. New beginnings. Listen, embrace this. Embrace this energy right here, right? Embrace this energy. Embrace this boundary, these boundaries that you have had to set. And then you're going to embrace this abundance that spirit is bringing in for you, for sure. You're going to be embracing this abundance that spirit has for you. Because listen, 9 of Cups, you've done. First of all, let's go back to the Empress here, because look. And this is something I don't even know that I noticed this in the card before. You see how she has the crown on her head, right? With the green and the orange, right? Her heart, that's that heart, that brain heart coherence. And also her root chakra, just everything just being completely aligned. And with the crown on her head, right? She's got the crown on her head. Why? Why do you think we wear crowns? People wear crowns, head covers. We wear head covers to protect our aura, protect the energy, protect what's coming in. Because sometimes you're not always, like, she's ready to receive. She's the Empress, right? But she decides when she receives. She decides. And she gets to cover herself. And you get to cover yourself. And decide when you receive what and when and what you receive and how you receive it, right? And the beautiful thing about that is, because this is so evident to me, because look at you here, look at her, right? And I say look at you, Pisces, because she's got her arm crossed, right? She's done all the work. Even though you're ready to receive, she's done all the work, right? Usually crossed arms it's a barrier. It's her protection. Like, she's collected all these cups with spirit, with her spirit team. She's done all the work, and she's done this on her own, right? You've done this on your own, right? No one did this for you. You did this with spirit. And now you like, with these three cards here, you're not gonna muck it up. And you are, even though this is your energy here, right? You're showing up in your energy, in your rightful energy, right? Pisces. This is a Pisces card. But you're embodying the Empress and the Queen of Swords. But Spirit is asking you to take that sword and go be playful. Now, Page of Swords. Go out there. Go see what's in the world. Go speak your mind. Get out there, uncross your arms. It's time to go. And, Queen of Cups was at the bottom of the deck. And with look at that go. 2 of Wands. Traveling, you're going places. Queen of Cups was at the bottom of the deck, which again, Pisces, it says to me that you are energetically balanced now. You've balanced your heart and your emotion. Look at that red. And then, the ocean and the water in front of her. And she's holding a cup, right? So she's ready to share if she needs to. But also, and this is, this is something that I just realized, is that she's holding a cup, right? So again, in this energy, her hands are full. Like, she's holding the cup with both hands, right? So she's ready to receive, right? But she's going to decide what you pour in that cup. Like, she's not ready to grab anyone's cup. She's holding on to, she has her own cup. She has her cup that she's guarding, right? That she can share from, that she can receive in. But she's going to decide. You're going to decide. You're going to be the one deciding how you receive in this cup. Nobody gets to decide for you. And I love this. I love this because Spirit wants you to go out and be playful. Go out and explore. Go out and speak your mind. You know, go out and seek the knowledge, because there's, you know, possibly as your abundance is coming in, your gifts are coming in. Let me see. Your gifts are coming in. Embrace your natural connection to spirit. Spirit has come in. Spirit is in your field. So now it's time to figure out how you're going to manage your connection with spirit. Are you going to allow spirit in 24/7? Are you going to rest? You know, you got to rest, right? And so when you're feeling energetically depleted, it's time to say goodnight to spirit, right? And even though it's a beautiful thing to have this connection with spirit, you're human. You need your downtime. So you have to say to spirit, hey, I need a break. Magician. Exactly. You're the magician in your life. Another Pisces card. This is all you here. You're the magician in your life. So you get to tell spirit, hey, I'm open from, 9 to 5. After 5 o'clock, I don't take downloads, because let me tell you something. You'll find yourself, if you're finding yourself drained and depleted, it's because you have a lot coming in. You might find you're going to be finding like your creativity is through the roof. You're going to start seeing things like it's going to be pretty wild. Like it's good. You're going to be seeing things that you have not seen before. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid when you see strange things start happening. The lights start flickering, TVs start coming on, right? But that's why energetic boundaries are important, right? Because you get to tell spirit. First of all, you get to say to spirit, if you're not here for good, you need to leave. You can tell them to leave. And then you also, because there's good and bad, right? There's good and bad everywhere. There's good and bad energies, right? So, and that's the, that's a challenge for Pisces. That's been our challenge in life, right? I'm a Pisces too. That's the challenge in life, is that we always want to see the good in people, right? But the thing is that you have to see the dark, because you have to know how to deal with it. You can't just pretend like it's not there. You can't be in La La Land and pretend like it's not there. And once you realize it's okay to acknowledge that it's there and still see the good in someone, but set that boundary that if someone's going to choose to bring in that negative energy, that you're going to say no to that. And so having that, you've put in all the work already. Take a break when you need to. The rest of this is magic. Like whatever's going. Yeah, guess what? We always have to work. We always have things to do. But this is going to be a different kind of work for you. This is not going to be like, you're going into spiritual work now. He's holding a wand. See this globe over his head? You guys have like a lot of downloads coming in. A lot of downloads coming in. And it's just time. It's just time. Yeah, like I think I was saying before, don't be surprised if you see things coming up. Don't be freaked out. I'm feeling for most of you, you won't be freaked out, by it. And if you are, you might be, oh, that's strange. And then you might realize like 2 or 3 days later, oh, that's what's going on. That's spirit hanging out with me, right? So it's really important to get your, we talk about rituals. I talk about rituals here. And this is a time where your rituals are very important for your mental health. Hands down. I mean, you're going to have all these downloads coming in. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, you're going to be seeing a lot of things. You're going to be seeing a lot of weird things. You're going to be seeing a lot of things that maybe you didn't think you would see. Because you're going to be helping people with your gifts. As these gifts come in, Spirit is bringing in these gifts for you. Spirit, look at this. Her energy. And Spirit wants you to rest. He wants you to go out there, communicate. They're helping you with your communication, right? So don't worry about it. This is justice. $11 again. Oh my gosh. 9 and 3. Oh my gosh, it's 12. Did I say 11? I don't know why I said 11, but justice. I don't know why I said 11. 9 and 3 is 12, but 12 could be significant too. You've balanced your scale, so now that's why you don't have to do a lot of you don't have to work so hard. You've done the work already. You've already balanced the scale. Spirit, let Spirit balance the scale. Continue to balance the scale with you now. Justice. You don't see any of these characters up running around to anywhere. All right? Spirit is standing. The justice in the justice card is the only one that you see here standing. Everybody else is sitting. And they're all ready to receive, but they are protecting their energy also. And with the magician here, you've got this. Like, you are the magician. With Spirit, like you are the magician. I feel like you're going to be guided to 2 of Wands again at the bottom of the deck. And Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be guided. You just need to listen. Listen to the communications coming from Spirit, and then Spirit just wants you right now to embrace the challenges that are coming in. Embrace these gifts that are coming in, and they're coming in fast. Ace of Pentacles. Some of you have already started to feel them, and then you're going to be looking at probably traveling somewhere. Moving. Spirit may want you to move somewhere. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just do it. Just follow the lead. It's all going to work out because you have justice on your side. Justice is here. I say you don't have to work that hard anymore. You're going to see like things that you wanted, things that you were working so hard for. All of a sudden, they just start to, like, things just start to fall into place. Like you're going to be like, wow. you know, like it's gonna be like all of a sudden all the hard work that you were wondering, like, should you keep doing it? Yes, keep doing it. I mean, keep doing what you're doing. Listen to spirit. But when I say saying that you don't need to work so hard, you don't need to stress so much. This is, you put in a lot of hard work already. Okay, I think you've put in a lot of hard work already. I think we're going to close this out. We're 30 minutes in, Spirit. We're going to close this out with Spirit, okay? Let me pull one of these cards. Embrace, right now, embrace your natural connection to Spirit, whatever that is, and you're going to know. It's going to be evident, right? I don't know, lights are flickering, you know. Maybe say something like, hey, if you're here for good, then, you know, hang out, welcome. If you're not, then it's time to go. You know, you just have to, you literally have to talk to Spirit like she's here with you, because she is. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, this is the life that you're living now. This is the life that you're living now. Release. I stop fighting my fears and the hardships of life. I control my thoughts, live in the present moment, and accept each stage of life. I work on what I have power over and put into God's hand what I can't change. I trust that everything will work out for the best. Exactly. Embrace your connection to Spirit. You've done the work. You can stop overworking now. Stop trying to control everything. It's already, what, even if you don't understand how it's under control, it is under control. Justice. Just know that you're as you open up your portal in the mornings, or whenever you do your portal, whenever you decide that, you know, your open hours are for Spirit. I'm telling you, you gotta run this like a freaking business with Spirit, or else you're gonna have Spirit running you 24/7. You're gonna run ragged. You're gonna be exhausted. You're gonna be tired. You're just gonna be tired. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to be getting downloads from Spirit 24/7. All right. So you decide what your hours are. I said 9 to 5 just because it, you know, like in my mind, that's how I see it. Like, you gotta run it. You run run your relationship with Spirit like a business, right? Open hours, close hours. You know, you can't go, if a business tells you they're open from 8 to 4, you cannot show up at 4:15 and expect them to open up the door. It doesn't work that way, right? So Spirit has to know your hours so that you can tell Spirit, hey, these are the hours that I'm available for downloads, you know? And don't be giving me visions while I'm driving. Like, don't do that. Like, cause, right? Cause that's not, we don't want that. We don't want that while we're driving. But you know, this is a beautiful thing. And it's a process, right? Because this is all new for a lot of you out there. This is all new. So this is a process to learn to manage. You might want to get someone to help you manage this. You know, and I think from a lot of you out there, like, you know already, right? But there's how about the things you don't know? Do you know how to open and close? Do you know how to open the portal? Do you know how to close the portal? Right? Because you want to be in you can't be in receiving mode while you're sleeping. Or you will be. I mean, you will still have dreams and things like that come through at night, but you don't want to be an open portal 24/7 is what I'm saying. Okay? Because you're going to find yourself drained, and you may not even realize why. You may think like, oh, I'm sick. Like, am I getting sick? It's not that. It's that your portals, you're not closing the doorway when it's time to close. Well, you know, I'm open now, you know, like, we're closing this out. We've closed this. We have closed out this reading. So once I say it's closed, I basically say to spirit, like, stop giving me messages about this. I'm done. Like, we're done. And but that's what it is. Or spirit will tell you sometimes, hey, I'm done. I don't have any more messages for this person, because spirit will tell you too, because spirit, your spirit guides also have boundaries. So if they have boundaries, you have to have boundaries. Now, I don't know, you guys might think, oh, that sounds kind of crazy. I don't know what you guys think out there, but I'm just telling you, spirit has boundaries. So you also need to have boundaries, so that spirit isn't just popping in and out in the middle of the night on you, right? Unless those are your office hours, then have at it. But like for me, I like to sleep at night. If I want to open up the portal, if I get up early and I want to open up the portal early, I can do that, right? But that's a choice. You maintain sovereignty over your own being. And that's what this journey has been all about. This journey has been about reclaiming your power, regaining your sovereignty. So you didn't do all of that, right? To turn around and relinquish the sovereignty to spirit. You are working with spirit. Spirit is working with you. You're working with your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, and you can also ask them to protect you and to help protect your aura. When you close, and you can Google how to do that also. So or get someone to help you figure it out. There's a lot to figure out on this journey, and I think too, what's interesting is that as the gifts come in, spirit will give you downloads. But you need to, when you're open, spirit will give you downloads about what you need to do, even what you need to do to protect yourself, and to set those boundaries, energetic boundaries. Anyway, all right. So I hope this message found you well. Dream weavers, let's keep weaving that dream together. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.